It is Monday, December 28th. December 28th of 2020. We are 3 days away from getting out of this year. 4 days away for the start of the first year, or the new year. It's not the first year. And to be honest, it won't be that much different, at least at first. But I'll still be recording Guy's Daily Drive. Bam! And good morning to what will probably be, this probably won't be the last Guy's Daily Drive of 2020. It'll be one of the last, maybe one more, maybe two more at most. I still have two in the can that I haven't edited and uploaded yet, which I really need. I need to get more on the stick about taking care of those things in a timely manner, but I just sometimes don't do it. And it's not like I don't have the time. I do have the time. I just don't always think about it until I no longer have the time. Speaking of time, I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. Or as wonderful as it was going to be. I certainly did. I had a very nice 4-day weekend. I had Thursday and Friday off, as well as, of course, Saturday and Sunday. And what made it even better, the previous Tuesday, last Tuesday, I drove down to Richmond and I got my son Guy, and so he was up for the holiday, and my other son Peter came over relatively later, I guess, on Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, his significant other Liza came over. So on Christmas Day we had pretty much the whole immediate family here with us. And you know, when we were first starting to make plans, I was trying to decide what we were going to have on Christmas Eve. And I'll get into the Christmas Day dinner in a bit. But I thought about, because I still have a turkey breast that was sitting in the freezer, left over from Thanksgiving. And it's frozen, so it'll still be good. But it was only going to be, really, Tracy, Guy Jr., and myself. And it was like, do I really want to cook a big turkey breast for just the three of us? Because Peter wasn't going to show up until probably sometime between 8 and 9 o'clock, which is pretty accurate. That's when he ended up showing up. And we decided not to do that. And I actually don't remember what we did have. I think I may have. No. I'm sorry. I remember now. We ordered out and food was brought to us from a local Italian chain. So that's what we did Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, we got up. Everybody opened their presents eventually. And I had a really nice haul this year. A lot of times people have trouble knowing what to get me for Christmas, because when it comes to tech stuff, I typically get it myself when I need it. So, you know, I don't sit there and say, well, I want a new microphone. Of course, those are always welcome. Or I want a new this, or I want a new that. Because it's either going to be way too expensive, or the person that wants to get it for me won't necessarily know exactly what it is I want. So when we all first started planning, it was like, we have these lists that you can make on Amazon for things that you want. And that's what we ended up doing. Everybody made up an Amazon Christmas list. And it made it so easy because Guy wanted a monitor, a small LCD display that he could hook up onto his camera. So while he's doing his projects, and if he's not behind the camera, he can see what the camera sees. So I got him that. Peter wanted AirPods. So I got him that. Tracy didn't really make a list, so it was more guesswork as to what to get her. And some of it still hasn't arrived. She's a big fan of old-time movies, so I got her a box set of these movies from the 30s, early 40s, starring William Powell, not the Thin Man movies, but this other series that he did. He did like 3 or 4 movies of. And so that's still coming. And then I also got her a small little Christmas decoration that has the William and Mary, College of William and Mary emblem on it. That's where she went. What else? No, just, then some little stuff that, it's like, okay. What I needed some new jeans. I have 2 pairs of jeans that are literally falling apart. I've got a couple more pairs where the belt loops are ripped out. So I was like, I could use 2 pairs of jeans. So I went on to Amazon and I specified Levi 501, the button-fly jeans. I've always liked those. And 2 pairs. And Tracy got me 2 pairs of Levi 501 button-fly jeans, which is fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted. I also got a great big huge, it's like a 1 pound, I think, Reese's peanut butter cup, which is great because I love Reese's peanut butter cups. What else? I got a book based on Paul Hollywood's baking show, not baking show, but some of his baking recipes, which is fantastic because I've started to get into baking. Finally found a really good bread loaf or bread recipe online, and it's the first one I've done twice, and it's turned out really good both times. So that's probably going to be my go-to for plain old white bread. And the nice thing about the recipe is you can use it for other things too. But now I've also got this book from Paul Hollywood about some of his favorite bread recipes. So that was, Christmas dinner, before I get off Christmas. And Peter was originally going to do like a pot roast. And, we thought about it. And it would have been really good because Peter is very meticulous when it comes to those things. But it's like, let's splurge a little bit. So I went to our local butcher shop and ordered it 2 weeks ago. It was like a 5.5 pound prime rib. And I don't even want to tell you what it cost because it was pretty outrageous. But this was a 2-bone, 5.5 pound prime rib. And I had a really good recipe for it. And I don't make beef in this style very often. But it turned out fantastic. Oh my God, it was so tender, perfectly seasoned, perfectly done. Just delicious. And we killed it off the next night. It was gone. There wasn't much in the way, even with just 5 of us, There wasn't, the bones were left, of course, and there was just a little bit of the roast itself that was left. But we attacked that thing ferociously on Christmas Eve. But we also had, now I'm not a big fan of sweet potatoes, but Tracy makes this sweet potato pie. It's got this, like, it's not really a pie, I guess, more like a casserole, but it's got this like crumble on top, and oh, it's just so good. I could eat that all day. And Peter made his famous green bean casserole, which was also just delicious. And Liza made mashed potatoes and gravy from, I think, one of her mother's recipes. And, you know, I mean, it was like, oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. So all the food was just fabulous. And the little bit that was left, we killed off the next night. But everything was just so good. And we had just a wonderful Christmas. And what else? Oh, I almost forgot to mention, I got some other baking stuff, including a smaller, because I've got this blue counter cover for like putting down flour and kneading and all the rest of that. But it's a little big for my counter space, and I use it because that's what I had. However, Liza got me a slightly smaller one, and they fold up, and they're perfect for what I use them for. And the smaller one that she got me fits much better on the counter, which gives me excuse me, a little more counter space for some of the other things that you're going to have up there, ingredients and so forth, while you're making bread or pastries or whatever it is that you're getting ready to make. So it was a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you all had just as nice of one. Talked to all my brothers and sisters. Everything was just fabulous. It was just fabulous. So that's going to do it for today. I think if you'd like to get a hold of me, email address is guy@mymac.com. The Twitter addresses are MacParrot and VertShark. The website is vertshark.com for all the audios and videos. You can go over to the Tubes of You and look up the VertShark playlist and like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. All you got to do to make that work. All the videos are there, going way, way, way back, even farther back than VertShark. I do the Mac to the Future live cast nearly every week. We took last Wednesday off with Warren Sklar and David Ginsburg, and of course the mighty MyMac.com podcast that I do with Gazmaz. And I think we're going to be recording this week. It's not the same as like with Christmas. So getting back to a more regular schedule, I guess. But I think that is going to do it for today. Thank you all so very, very much for joining me today. Good morning, Sandra. I hope you're still watching on Guy's Daily Drive. And I will see you, all of you, next time, right here. Bye-bye.